Hello friends, welcome back. Okay, so this is Kendra, Soulful Artist Studios. I want to go ahead and get on to a second video here for my Creators Awaken series, which is to kind of introduce everyone to a bit of a new direction here that I am taking a little bit on my channel, and to also open you guys up to new ideas and things that I feel are actually permeating consciousness on a very interesting timeline here that we're on. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is the idea of your perception and how this is actually going to affect what it was I was discussing in the last video. If any of you are creators, co-creators, or manifestors on the regular, or you're someone that actually has a higher understanding, a higher consciousness level to understand that this reality actually unfolds in your own creative way, you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say your perception is everything. We have been taught that truth, okay? The truth, there's a subjective truth or an objective truth, but the real thing about creating is the idea that there actually is no ultimate truth. There are laws, okay? There are ways that things happen, and there are explanations for them, but really your mind is the only stopgap. It's the only thing that keeps you from accessing the ability to create your reality how you want to on the daily, okay? And the reason why this is so important is that the mind itself, untamed, is like a powerhouse of, say, what if Ali, Muhammad Ali, the boxer, did not have control of his body? Okay? Or did not have any mental control over how he handled his body. The mind is powerful, okay? It is what deems how your reality is going to unfold, along with the heart, okay? The heart space is also very important because it helps you to communicate your emotions and your feelings on the correct frequency that you need to be on to create your reality, okay? So we have all these people talking about frequencies like, oh, positive vibes only, which is not true. If any of you guys follow my Instagram, I posted a short reel there recently where I was discussing that every second of the day you are manifesting. You are creating your reality. And here is why: your perception is what is creating how your current reality is unfolding. This is why there is no ultimate truth to what is happening to you or what you think and believe and feel. You can cement a reality by having a perception your entire life that fire and brimstone is going to kill us all in the end days. And you will continue to think that, and you will continue to perceive that and try to find proof for that in your reality, and wonder why it's not happening, but you still have this like desire to see it unfold because that's your perception. Okay? A perception is the most powerful, it is the most powerful way of unfolding your reality into what you wish it to look like or feel like or be like, okay? And this isn't just about like, like when people use the term manifesting, we often think, oh, well, there's something outside of me, it's going to materialize, it's going to bring itself towards me, it's going to retract itself towards me, and slowly it's going to get, no. Manifesting is literally what your mind is creating and projecting out of you, okay? Through the creation process. And if you have a desire for something, a desire to see something unfold in a certain way, or to have your life look like this or like that, and then you have a perception that is like really skewed about that specific thing or that specific reality, okay, you're not aligned. Okay, your alignment with what it is that you're trying to create is very important. That's why we hear people say, well, you know, you can create a reality by constantly doing, say, affirmations that say you want to get a car, or say you want to get a new pet, like I want a new dog or a cat, right? So you could flood the subconscious with affirmations. But that isn't, you may have heard creators talk about this, that isn't what actually creates the dog or the cat by you just listening to it. What actually creates it is you feeling and visualizing the experience in an imaginary way, to the point where you are in alignment with it and you already feel it. Okay, you've already felt the desire of that cat or of whatever. Okay, this is a basic of creation, okay, of manifesting. Now, here's the thing with the manifesting community, guys. Everybody has a focus. There are people that they focus on what they call, specific persons and, romance, cars, stuff. Like, that's all great. That's fantastic. We should all be, wanting better for ourselves and creating that. But what I'm talking about is in order to make this easier, which is harder for a lot of people to do because we have been disempowered. We have allowed ourselves to be disempowered by the systems in place which have formed our perceptions by looking outside of us, okay, instead of within. So what I am talking about is a creative, imaginative way to actually bring your godhood, your godlike essence into fruition by utilizing a space where you can explore that. Because a lot of people are not doing that. They're not allowing themselves to create a sacred space where they're exploring their soul and exploring higher levels of consciousness outside of themselves, or within, as some would call it. Because truly, having a second space to be able to go to that isn't based in the 3D reality around us, or in this dimension, or the reality you're seeing, right, requires being able to even access that imaginative energy that a lot of people really have a hard time doing. A lot of us have a hard time believing, oh no, that, that can't happen. A lot of people are disempowered to the point where they think that imagination itself is an absolutely ludicrous thing. Like, I've heard people say that, like, oh, imagination's for kids. I would rather, work in my cubicle and, be a cubicle rat. Okay. Like, yes, I've actually heard people say stuff like that, but I can't imagine living that life now. But I get it because they think it's easier. People think it's easier. But really, at the end of the day, you are the prime cause point. You are the one that is at the center of your creation. And in order to access this creation and watch it unfold in and around you, there has to be a place where you feel safe to actually explore that. So this is for those people who have a hard time with the suspense of disbelief and being able to step outside of yourself and say, I am a god. Like, I am God. I am. Okay. This is for those, for you, really having a space where you can build and build and build and use things in this creative godlike, it can be a fortress, it can be a temple, it could be a house, it could be a mansion, it could be a field of flowers that have dynamite. I don't know. It could be whatever the fuck you want it to be, okay? But what I'm trying to say is that you have the ability every second of the day to actually access this creator energy and change your perception of what is happening around you, especially if you have this space, because this space will empower you outside of the dimension, or the third dimension that you're seeing around you. It will empower you, and you can create whatever it is that you want there, and watch as it unfolds down in this reality. Now, just to I'm going to answer some comments, okay? I got an email and I also got a question in the last video, and I do want to say thank you to your guys' reception. I don't have the like count up on that video, but I got a lot more than I thought I would on that actual video, so I'm very glad to see that people are watching it. There's a lot of views, okay? And this is just... Thank you so much. I actually appreciate that people are able to take away something from this, and that's what I want for you guys, is to take something away from it. So I'm going to give an example here. When I had my activation and initiation, okay, a full consciousness, okay, that happened, it started in 2016. I didn't know that what I started creating as a space to be able to access my own inner divinity and just empty out everything that was happening here in this realm. I would just empty myself, go into this space that I started created, where I would enter through a mirror. Now, the reason I say a mirror as a gateway is that if you use an object in the 3D reality as your entrance point to your own creative space, your own creator space, you can easily use that anywhere around you to access it. So say you have like a rock, or it could be your car. It doesn't really matter. You could just access it through a window, or I don't know, heck, you could touch a glass, or something special, okay? A knick-knack. It doesn't really matter what it is. You start feeding power into that, and it becomes an object that you can carry with you. Or the reason I used mirrors is because at the time I was doing a lot of mirror work, and I started realizing how important having a reflection of myself was. As an oracle, having your reflection in front of you, you can utilize water, you can utilize windows, you can utilize anything with a reflective surface, even a compact mirror for your makeup, okay? And then if something in my reality did not look or was acting strange or was crazy, or a version of something that I did not really agree with, or it gave me a lot of resistance, I would then utilize a reflective surface to go in and change my perception of what it was that I was seeing. And this can take some work. So the first thing you're going to want to do, if you do want to use this method of creation, you don't have to, you can do it any way you want. This is just a method I'm showing, is create a doorway. A doorway that you feel is safe to get into this creator space, where you can do whatever you want. I don't know if any of you guys have played video games, like if you've ever played The Sims or Minecraft or anything like that, and you know how you can go into like creator mode and you got a completely flat plane of grass, okay? You can even picture it like that you have just a piece of land to do whatever the fuck you want there. And I am telling you that when you start creating tech, or you start creating things where you're affecting yourself in this reality using your imagination, it will unfold here one way or another as soon as you get in alignment with it. And the more you work in this inner universe, inner bubble that you've created, the easier it is for you to actually align with it. Because a lot of times the mind itself has a hard time emptying out everything that is happening around it and just letting it all go. So to make things easier, to make an alignment easier, What if you have a space that you can go to where you have everything you are looking forward to creating, and even if it's outlandish, right? There will be some form of this being created for you. You have to imagine it like your magical sandbox that is actually affecting you here. Because we've been taught that imagination is for kids. You know, imagination is not something that, you know, and we've even had branded imagination. I mean, like, really, like, you need to shift your imagination or your creative vision to something that the public is, you know, going to agree with. Yeah, that's bullshit. Okay. You can think whatever you want and feel and be in this space however you want, and watch that unfold. Because when it gets to a point where you start having like things unfold that you want, or that you see, or you know, have relationships and stuff like that, what's the next step? You just create more. You just access that God energy. We are but reflections of that. We are a piece of source creating itself here every single day to experience itself. So how do you get in that godlike energy? A lot of times people have a hard time doing that. This will make it easier. This will make it easier for you to access yourself. And the lesser gods would be any god that has been created here, that isn't like source, the source of all. So I have a very deep connection with Apollo, say for example, and Helios, right? They're aspects. They are gods that have been created by people here. They're very real creations, and you can access them any time of the day. You are powerful. You are so powerful. You have no idea. You can pick a god that you feel you align with, and then access that power and that ability. It's just awesome. It's awesome. And you can play with it in this space. And I used the metaphor, I think it was in my last video, and I use this one often, is that when something happens in the creator space, and then you want to anchor it into your alignment here, okay, to see it unfold here, it's like a milkshake. You know, when you suck through a straw with a milkshake, and then it comes through very, very, like, it comes through, it's thick, it's slow, okay? Things in the third dimension are not instantaneous like that, because because we perceive things with our eyeballs, okay? Where our minds are quicker. Okay, they're quicker than the 3D is able to react. But you, being quicker with your mind, can step into a new reality, step into a new way, and it is endless. The realities are endless. I want to suggest a video game. I don't know if you guys notice I like video games. I want to suggest a video game called Starfield. It's by the group Bethesda. They do all the Elder Scrolls game. But there is a concept in that game called the Unity, okay? And near the end of the game, you can continue to create realities for yourself. It never ends. You basically are a creator that has, you are a star seed, so to speak. I don't want to say that. And is in this game, you are a star seed that is able to create constant realities, because and then you're able to access them by doing like New Game Plus, and then you'll go into that New Game Plus, and there's going to be different things happening in that reality. Okay, different stuff. Characters will be different. Stories and dialogues will be different. And this keeps a game going. It's endless, okay? It's endless. That's what procedural generation is. Okay? You can, the minute you decide and have a perception about something, and then you start aligning with it, you're actually creating a new reality for yourself. Once you have the conviction, okay, that you are God of your own reality, and that you're creating what you see in front of you, and you align with that, you're going to get it. You're going to see it happen. It's just, I know it sounds simple, but what holds us back is the conditioning of the mind. And the mind working in tandem with the vagus nerve and the heart, left and rights of your body, and being able to access your energy within you and to understand your emotions and how that actually works in the creation. We have to have a space to be able to do that. Otherwise, it's like, ooh, like you're fighting yourself, and you're fighting the 3D reality, and then we're getting negative attachments, and all this stuff's happening that's changing our perception, which it's perfectly normal, okay? And like I said earlier, I think I said this, if you guys follow my Instagram, I posted a reel there about how everybody is manifesting every second of the day. You're the damn director of what is happening. You're the character, you're the director, you're the scripter, you're everything. You. Even me talking to you right now is something that you know, are allowing yourself to create. And I know that sounds wackadoo, but it's what's happening. So I'll just mirror that back for you. Now, I want to get to one of the questions. There was a question in my comment section where someone said, why is all this happening? Why? And then they just listed a whole bunch of stuff. I think it was someone from India. I'm going to say, I think your name started with a V. I don't have it up right now. I should have got the comment. I'll be more prepared next time, guys. I've been so busy lately. So... I can tell you my opinion on why I think all this stuff happens in the world the way that it does. You might not like it. It might not be the answer you want to hear, but I can tell you, in my opinion, that the reason that you're asking all of these questions, like, why is there war? Why is there death? Why do people die? Why are people killing innocents and stuff like that? Why is this happening? Because we have consciousness levels, okay, that are changing right now. And a lot of people are starting to realize, like yourself, when you ask the question why, it's because you want to understand. You want to understand why, and you think that the answer is, well, you know, it's our leaders, it's the dollar, it's the, you know, you think that that's the answer, and in a sense, it is. But in a sense, they would not be there had we not perceived the reality to continue being this way on a massive scale. So what happens when you have a consensus of people who all want to create, a reality that, doesn't really have some of this shit? That's the question. Because everybody who is actually creating a reality, and realizing the control they have over it, okay, they realize that the causal point of whatever is happening. So you don't really want to box yourself in. Right now, what has happened is you've created a box where you see misery. Okay, you see what's happening, we'll see what's outside of us, and we'll go, that's misery, that's war, that's torture. And you will continue to see that. You will continue to create that. It will continue to happen. And that's not to say that it's your fault. It's not about blame. It's not anyone saying you made that. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? But your perception about your power over what you're seeing and why it is happening the way it is happening is where you're going to access these answers, the answer to your question. I can tell you what I think, but I'm not going to trap you in a box, okay? The reason why I think that all this stuff is happening, and that the world is changing, is because people are actually breaking down the veil on a massive scale. There's a lot more creators who have been awakened and souls that are here in this dimension, which are facilitating changes that are huge. And unless we start to see our own power as creators, we're going to continue to have shitty perceptions and convictions and create belief systems that clash with one another, and then all we do is fucking kill each other and eat our young or whatever, right? This is the problem. The problem is that until we start here and we start actually helping our earth, okay, and helping ourselves and helping how we start seeing, changing our perception, of how we start seeing this reality, we're going to continue to create something we don't want. Okay? So you are the we. You are the we. You are the you. You are the I am. You are God. You are the God. You are the gods and goddesses. You are all of them. Okay? So what would a god do in this situation? They would change their perception and align with something that creates a better reality. That's what you would do, And I can't change your view. I can't change a person's view of why they see chaos and martyrs and everything around them. And that's what you're paying attention to. So you see more of it. Okay. If you want to see less of that, start changing how you perceive it. Start changing how you perceive your reality. And get in alignment with what it is that you want to see. Okay, that you desire to see for this planet, in this dimension, this game server, this whatever. Getting in alignment with your inner essence, your inner godlike essence is what's going to start changing your reality, and you're going to start seeing better things unfold. And I know it sounds wacky, but it's, the only truth is that there is no truth. There is no ultimate truth that says this is good and this is bad. The only truth is what you assign it to. Okay? That's the best that I can say. That's the best that I can say. Yes, obviously I'm not saying go out there and start mass murdering people. Obviously that is something that is going to get you killed. Okay, it's going to hurt you and it's going to hurt people. Obviously, we have to pay attention to the fact that we are human still and we have a self. Okay, but we are also multidimensional beings. And for too long, we have been taught that we don't have power. You have power. Okay, you have this power. All right. Okay, so that's what I have for everyone. And I hope that some of this helps you guys. If you have any questions, if you want me to talk about specific topics or go more in detail, feel free to email me. Some people have emailed me asking, oh my God, are you still doing tarot readings? Yes, I am. I'm still doing tarot readings. However, you're going to see a slight shift in my readings here on my channel, which are going to be, I have to step, guys, into my next level of my power and my abilities. This is going to be me allowing myself to start kind of bringing in readings that are better and more beneficial for creating your reality how you want it to be, okay? Because that ultimately is what being an oracle or a tarot reader or doing divination is. It is about creating your reality by understanding the aspects that you're accessing. You can use tarot, and I suggest everyone here to use oracle or tarot cards to be able to see where they're at. I can give you the mirror of where you're at, but I can't make your alignments or your decisions for you or give you your power through the tarot. Ultimately, that is up to you. I don't want to shape your reality for you, but I can give you a mirror to be able to show you how you can next unfold your reality to your desires for your love, relationships, for your profession, whatever it is that you want, okay? That's what I can do with tarot. And that's ultimately what my readings are for. They are to allow you to create your reality and make decisions to quantum leap into a different one. okay, to jump yourself into a different one, because perception is everything, and I can help you get some clarity about your perception. All right. So yeah, bookings are still available down below. I hope you guys are liking this series of videos. If not, I take constructive criticism and feedback. So feel free to email me, send me a message. I do have an Instagram where people go and follow me on. You can also send me messages there. Okay. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.